Well, hey there, Yinzers. Hey there, friend. This is Double AP bringing you another episode of Yinzology, the study of everything Pittsburgh. And this is part 2 of a 3-part video series. Part 1, we looked at the history of Pittsburgh being not only an iron city and a steel city. A lot of Yinzers didn't realize we were also a tin city. We talked about the history of tin and tin cans. And I wanted to go over in part 2. I made one for friends and family, and I wanted to go over all the items that I put in this can that I call not an everyday carry, but an everyday console for your glove box, for your car or your truck. All right, let's get started. On the outside, you'll notice right away, a gum band. That's Pittsburghese for rubber band. These are not gum bands. These are what you'd call Ranger bands. Ranger bands are used in the military, and they're different kind of rubber. They're not made out of latex. They're stronger. Latex is going to dry out, and a gum band's going to break eventually. These are more like what you would find inside a bike inner tube. And I went to the bike shop, and I said, hey, do you have any old bike inner tubes? And they're like, yeah, we get them every day. Then you just cut little strips, and you end up with basically the same thing as what you'd find in the military, Ranger bands. And they're very flammable, so if you need to start a fire. So on the back, say you went down to the south side, had too many iron cities or rolling rocks, and you got to go to work the next day. Well, these are for hangovers. This is blowfish, and it's basically, let's see, we got aspirin, pain reliever, and caffeine. Basically an Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. So that will hopefully get you the little boost that you need. And we have a pair of scissors. Then you open this up. Very popular Swiss Army Victorinox pocket knife, the nice blade. This side you have a can opener, flathead screwdriver, and wire stripper. I don't know what gauge that is. And I love this texture on the outside. Can't tell you how many times I've been in my car and I need a pen or a pencil, and you think you've got one somewhere, right? But then you're digging and digging and digging, and you cannot find a pen to save your life. Well, guess what? Now you do. And I put in here some Post-it notes. I'm at the grocery store. Coffee, milk, bread, and if it's snowing, toilet paper. And this is something I would consider, you think of cordage, something to tie something up. This is reusable. Get these at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's like a piece of wire coated in silicone rubber. Next, we have a forever stamp. When would I ever use a stamp? Well, you know what? My niece, she was traveling, and she wanted to make sure she sent postcards from every state that she traveled from. So, she's a lot younger generation, and she's still using the old snail mail, sending folks all over the country, sending them postcards. And she needed stamps. And we have a set of earplugs. If you get really good seats to Donnie or Irish, you're up to like first row, second row, and you don't want to lose your hearing for the next 3 or 4 days, you've got some earplugs. Or say you lose the knife and the scissors, now you've got something you can put in your luggage, and maybe you're traveling with a group of people, and you know that you snore. You can give these to your friend. Or maybe they snore and you can use them. Rock concerts and snoring. Then you'll notice we have some tape. But it's not just any tape. This is amalgamated. Amalgamated? Means to bond, I think. So you peel it, right? And look how stretchy this is. And then this stuff will bond to itself. Look at that. I have seen plumbers stop a water leak Now, it's like a pinhole, it's not like a major burst in the pipe, but I've seen them stop water leaks. Part 3, we'll talk about, of course, there's gaffer tape, there's duct tape, there's gorilla tape. I find it interesting how the English language is always evolving and changing, and I've noticed a lot of people don't say duct tape anymore. They say gorilla tape because, well, gorilla tape for a long time now has been the leading competitor. They've led the way in sticky tape and strength. You're wondering what this is, and let me just add a little water to this, and it's a nice sturdy towelette. Pretty durable. A couple pieces of gum. People that like to drink coffee, there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there, and you forget you had a meeting with somebody, and oh boy, you've got that coffee breath. Well, you can fix it right on up. The classic Bic Mini. Added a little bit of a bonus for fire making to save fuel. Beeswax. The wick. Look at that. Then we have 3/4. So we've got here on the Mariana Islands. That's that Wilma lady, Wilma man killer. And what is that? Delaware. And then you're asking, hey, what are you getting for 3/4? What are you doing? Well, I don't know. But I do know there's a toll booth in West Virginia, and it's 75 cents. And if you don't have your little transponder in your car, 3/4, there you go. Then we have a nice little mini. This is called the bullet flashlight, sometimes called a torch in the military or in England. You're thinking, well, everybody has a smartphone. It means everybody has a flashlight. Well, you know what? The flashlight sucks your power quickly. And the smartphone flashlight, let's be honest, it's not the greatest flashlight if you're in a really dark place. All right, next on the list, we have a good pair of what we call Uncle Bill's silver grippers. They're just a good set of tweezers. And we've got the meds. And I put them in a little pill pouch. Preserve the freshness. See, the pink is Pepto. And then these pink ones are pink is usually always going to be Benadryl. Little yellow ones are baby aspirin for old guys like me who think they're having a heart attack. You're supposed to take these and pray to God that first responders come to you in time. Then you've got 3 Tic Tacs, 2 Advil, and 2 Tylenol. Out of all of these items, I think this is what I would use the most. Everybody gets a headache, and these are one and done, meaning you have to, once you use it, you've got to replace it. So it's a little bit of a maintenance there, but I'm okay with that. Then we've got a Purell single. Then we've got a sterile butterfly closure. A sting relief pad that is temporary relief of pain for itching associated with minor burns, scrapes, or insect bites. A sterile alcohol pad. Water purification tabs. Probably good for 1 or 2 Nalgene bottles. You lose the knife, you lose the scissors, you throw this in your luggage, you're in another country, you have no access to purchase bottled water, you know the tap water is no good, you throw a couple of these in your Nalgene bottle, you're good to go. A Band-Aid. We're running out of room. Then's a hundo. Cash is king. Is cash king? Cash used to be king. Cash should still be king. We should all try to start using cash more often. This is good backup. A 20, a 50, a hundo. I'm running out of room. Can you believe all this stuff I got in here? I took the time to make my friends and family a little laundry list. say like the one and dones, you know, say you used some of the meds or maybe a Band-Aid and you don't remember, oh, what did I use? I don't remember. What am I missing? And I want to replenish. I want to make sure I've got everything. Well, here is a little itemized list of all the things I put in the can, including a little merch. Be sure to like the page, share the page, comment, and then if you haven't already, subscribe to Yinzology 412, please. Last but not least, baby safety pin. I don't think I've ever used a safety pin in my life. Paper clip. Paper clip's always good to pop out the little SIM card. Well, there you have it, the whole kit and caboodle, you run the gamut of all types of various items for your car or your truck. Maybe there's something in here you just don't like or you would never use. That's where you would join us for part 3 of this video series, where I go over more creative items that you could put in here. I tell you what, friends, I had a lot of fun doing this. And it's going to be in my car. And I guarantee you, I will use some of these items. I guarantee you, I will use this pen. I guarantee you, I will use this knife. And I will chew this gum. And I will use the aspirin when I get a headache. And I will use this hundo when I run out of gas and my card has declined for whatever reason and I need to get home. There's an emergency cash fund. And I have a headache and I use the aspirin in here and I didn't replace the aspirin in this can. I'm going to use this Plop Plop Fizz Fizz Alka-Seltzer Blowfish thing. These at the next Dave Matthews concert, if I'm in the front section and I don't want to lose my hearing for 5 days. By some miracle, you're still watching this video and you're one of the friends or family members that I made you one of these, wondering if you take it out and like, I can't get this stuff back in the tin. I'm going to show you how it all goes back together. So we start with all the flat stuff. And these little guys can go in also. The flat stuff, all the paper and the Band-Aids, they go in first. And the Purell. And the tablets. Okay. Then you start bulking up with, you start to the right with your meds. Meds on the right. Flashlight goes beside it. The tweezers. The gum goes on top of the tweezers. You have the mini Bic. Quarters in the corner. This little dehydrated towelette goes on top of the quarters. Then you'll notice you've got a little bit of space left for your earplugs. Then the tape. Post-it note. Forever. Twisty tie. Knife. Pen. Close it up. Ranger Band 1. Ranger Band 2. Blowfish. Scissors. I'm Double AP. I'm out.